Hey everyone, welcome back to the reactjs course. So in this video, we'll be building a mini reactjs shopping cart. And if you find this interesting, let's get started right away. So in this video, we'll be exploring about a basic simple cart system. So if you consider a cart system, there are two basic functionalities, that is the add to cart functionality and the remove from cart functionality. So in the add to cart functionality, pretty much there will be a button. So if you press on that button, we should add that particular product into our cart array. Okay, so also similarly for the remove from cart functionality, if you press on the remove from cart button, you have to remove that item from the cart. Basically we are filtering that product from the cart array. Okay, and we'll display the array too. So in today's video, we'll be exploring about these two functionalities and then implementing them as well. So yeah, inside my app.js, I have the data, that is the dummy data. So pretty much we have the images array, and each of the data inside the images array consists of a unique ID, as you can see. And then we also have the image for each product, and we also have the name for each product. So we'll be making use of these three data, and then we'll be implementing firstly the product view, and after that we'll be displaying the buttons respectively for the add to cart functionality and the remove from cart functionality. So yeah, let's get started. So inside the return block after the h4, firstly let's display the products on the screen. So for that, let me create a new div tag, and over here firstly let's make use of the map function, and then let us render all the products on the screen. So access the images array and then map through it. So for every item inside the images data, we are gonna render, let's say, a div. Yeah, so the first thing we want is, let's say, the image. So let's write the image tag and provide the src. So the way src works is, since we have item over here, since we are making use of the map function, so this item is accessing each and every value from the items from the images array. So since we want the image, it's gonna the source is gonna be item.image. Okay, so let's save the file and let's check out the web page once. Yeah, so there you go, we are getting all the images nice and clean. And let's remove the first h2 tag, h4 tag, that's not required. Yeah, so just beneath the image, let us write a h3 tag. So this tag is going to contain the name of the item. So it's going to be item dot name. Save the file once. Yeah, so now everything is looking good. Let's just style the image a bit, or yeah, before that let's give inline styling to the div. So let's write style. Let's give some margin of 10. Okay, let's say of 20. All right. Yeah, I think for the image it's looking good. Yeah, even the item name is looking good. So after that, let us render a button. So this is gonna be add to cart. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, we are able to see the add to cart button for all of the three items. So let's provide some basic styling to the button, that is some spacing on the top. So let's say margin top of 10, and then save the file. All right, so now let's implement the functionality. Okay, so before that, let us initialize our cart array right at the top, that is at the app level, at the global level. So let's say const cart comma set cart. We'll be making use of use state for this. So let's write use state, and over here we'll be passing an initial empty array, because at the initial stage when the app loads, there are 0 items in the cart. So we're passing an empty array over here. So let's also console.log the cart over here, console.log with a message which says cart items. Okay, so it's gonna be cart. All right. Yeah, so now let's provide a on click event on the button, so that if we press on that button, we are pretty much adding that particular item inside of our cart. So let's write on click equals to, write a function, let's say add to cart of that particular item. So item in the sense all the three values of that particular item which we press on, right? So save the file once. Yeah, it's showing add to cart is not defined. So let's go right at the top over here. Let's define that. So let's say cons add to cart equals to, it's going to take a parameter item since we pass the item value while we are defining it over here, while we are initializing the function right over here. So over that, so now let us access the set cart. Okay, so we're gonna say set cart, and we're gonna include whatever is there initially inside the cart. Okay, and then we're gonna add the item. Okay, so include everything inside in the cart previously, that is we are spreading the value, and then we are adding that particular item. Okay, so yeah, that's it about the add to cart functionality. So let's save the file once. So essentially what this function is doing is it's going to take the item that we pressed on, and we are accessing the set cart, which is a function modifier of the use state, and then we are including whatever is there essentially in the cart before itself, and we are adding the item to it. So this condition is like if there is already an item present in the cart, and then we again press add to cart button for the second time on any other product. So that's the add to cart functionality. Okay, let's give it a try if it's working fine. We are console.logging the cart over here. So let's open up the console once and give it a try. So console, yeah, as you can see initially we have an empty array and items of 0. So let's press on the first item. Yeah, so there you go, we are getting the first item inside the array. As you can see the length is 1, and if you go into the first item, you will see all the information, that is the id, image and ice cream. And let's press on, let's say, the third item. Yeah, so as you can see we are able to see two items inside of our cart array, right? So the first one was included already, and we are again adding the item that we pressed on, that is chocolate, right? Let's also console.log the length of the cart. Okay, just to be precise, so over here console.log, this is going to say a number of items in the cart, right? Okay, let's write cart.length. So this is going to give the number of items that is present inside a cart. So save the file once. Let's come back over here, console. Yeah, as you can see we are getting the console, that is number of items in the cart is 2. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to implement in such a way that if the item is already added to the cart, we're going to show remove from cart. Okay, if the item is not added, we are going to show add to cart itself. So over here let's make a condition. So let's firstly access the cart. Okay, we're going to use the includes function in JavaScript. So if the cart dot includes of item, that particular value, if this is true, then we are going to show something. If this is not the case, we're going to show something else. So this is pretty much like a if or else condition, right? So the first condition says if the cart dot includes of item, that means the cart already contains that item, then we should show pretty much remove from cart, right? So over here this is gonna be remove from cart, right? And yeah, if this is not the condition, that is if cart includes of item, if it's not present, that is the item in the cart, then we're going to show add to cart. So save the file once, and then let's come back over here. Okay, let's refresh once. Hopefully it should show us this time. Refresh it, and let's console now. Let's go to the console, and yeah, initially it's 0. So let's press on add to cart. It should show us remove from cart. Okay, it is not showing us. Let's see what is happening. Okay, so I think there is another method similar to includes. Let's check that out. So let's say similar method for includes in JavaScript. Alternative to dot includes, I think it should be every. Yeah, so let's see, let's search for JavaScript every method, right? I think it's sum. So if cart.sum, it's gonna take a function. So over here, come on, we're gonna say if the x dot name or id equals to the item dot id. Okay, then we're gonna say add to cart. Then we're gonna say remove from cart, or else it's gonna be add to cart. So now let's give it a try. Yeah, now it's working fine. So let's refresh the application once more, and then let's inspect now. So initially the cart items is 0, the array is 0, and number of cart items in the cart is 0, that is the length is 0. So now let's say I press on the first item. Yeah, so that item is added to the cart and we are showing remove from cart. Okay, so now let's press, let's say the third item, third item, and over here, yeah, that item is being added as you saw earlier, and over here the UI is changing, that is remove from cart. So now what we do is, now if you press on remove from cart, that should be removed. Okay, so instead of writing add to cart of item, let's initialize a new function, that is remove from cart of item. All right, so over here let's say const remove from cart equals to an arrow function is going to take the item as parameter. Okay, so now let's access the same thing, that is set cart. Over here let's see how we can implement this. So we'll be making use of the filter function that we have already implemented in the previous videos, and we'll be filtering out the product that we press on by using the ID of the product, right? So over here let's first access the cart. We're going to say cart.filter. Let's say for any value inside the cart, the x.id is not equal to the item.id. So this is going to be the condition. So pretty much in the remove from cart function, which is over here, so this is the event that we have provided. It's going to take the item that we press on, and it is going to filter out the item based on the cart array that we have. Okay, so this is the condition for that. So let's give that a try. So save the file once, and let's come back to our web page. So let's say I press on the first item. So now this should be filtered out and we should see the add to cart. Okay, so there you go. So that is out of our cart, and inside our cart we only have the third item. Let's give that a try. Yeah, so as you can see, we have the ID of 2, and this is the image, and the name is chocolate, and the number of items is 1. So now let's remove the third item as well. So now if I press on this, it should change to add to cart. Yeah, there you go, it's working fine. And now our cart is empty, and the number of items, the length is going to be 0, of course. So yeah, we have implemented the two basic functionalities, that is the add to cart, as you can see, and then remove from cart as well. Okay, so pretty much we have 3 items, and yeah, we can remove again all the items by making use of the filter method, okay, that we've implemented in the function over here. Yeah, so that's it about this video. We have implemented and explored about these two basic functions, okay, that is add to cart and then remove from cart, and we have understood the sum method. Okay, so that's it about this video. So in the next video, or the later part of the videos, we'll be implementing the second part of the cart system, that is advanced, that is a more advanced level of cart system, where we'll be implementing with Redux, and we will also be including the quantity part for each of the product that we add to our cart. Okay, I think, yeah, that's it for this video. Let's see you in the next video, and then thank you for watching.